Hello, everyone. In the Demystifying Yoga series, today I'm going to talk about 8 limbs of yoga. To attain the ultimate goal of yoga, which we discussed in the previous video, that is Samadhi and independent and liberated state, Patanjali created a framework called 8 limbs of yoga. In simple words, 8 steps to live a yogic life and reach the final goal. First one is Yama. It's the practice of certain principles that concern our environment, that affects our environment. It contains 5 elements: Ahimsa, which means non-violence; Satya, truthfulness; Asteya, non-stealing; and Brahmacharya, which is right usage of energy; and the final one is Aparigraha, which means no possession, no greed. The second limb of yoga is Niyama. Niyama. It's basically the set of principles, or you can say code of conduct at a personal level, duties towards ourselves, which affect not only ourselves but also our actions that have an impact on the world as follows. It also has 5 elements in it, which is Swachha, cleanliness; Santosa, contentment; Tapa, my favorite, discipline; Svadhaya talks about self-study; Isvara, pranidhana, that's a practice of where we surrender to the higher power. So that's the second limb of yoga. Of course, we are going to talk a little bit on detail in further videos, but in this video, I'm going to only talk about the list. I'm going to give a short introduction of all the limbs. Third one is the most popular one, is the asana practice. Asana means sit. The practice to be able to sit comfortably and still without any uneasiness for the practice of meditation, right? Because that's how you will reach towards the goal. The fourth limb of yoga is pranayama. Prana plus yama. It's the practice to gain control over the body by regulating the breath. The fifth limb of yoga is pratyahara. It's the practice of withdrawal of the senses in order to focus inwards and gain inner awareness. Sixth is dharana. It means concentration in English. It's a practice controlling your mind by binding it to a single object to develop mental clarity and focus. That's dharana. Seventh limb of yoga, that's dhyana, that's meditation, where the mind remains focused for a long period of time. Right? So basically, at sixth stage, you practice concentration, and the moment you develop the capacity to be able to focus on one object for a longer period of time, that's meditation. And the final state is samadhi. It's a liberated state where one detaches oneself from the pains and pleasures of life. That's samadhi. So in order to reach this 8th step of yoga, according to yoga philosophy, you must go through all the 7 steps before. In the upcoming videos, we will dive deeper into the first 3 limbs of yoga, which are relatively easier to incorporate into our daily lives. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments section. Thank you.